Today I wanted to talk about something that's really been concerning me for pretty much the whole time that I have had my J-pouch with diverting ileostomy. And I'm really surprised. I looked through my videos and I'm actually really surprised that I didn't do a video on this earlier. So I want to talk about it now. One of the things that's given me the most anxiety just about my physical well-being and not having a colon anymore and how that affects my body is the idea of staying hydrated, which I find really difficult, and also the idea of nourishing myself correctly and well. I have started introducing some vegetables in my diet, which is really good, but I really want to focus on hydration in this video. So I think when I really decided that I wanted to do this video, I was getting blood work and some urine tests and everything about a month ago, I want to say, and I thought I was doing great that day for hydrating myself. I was drinking tons of water, tons of Gatorade. I went to the doctor, they took my blood, and they did a urine test, and she said, Laura, everything came back normal except you are extremely dehydrated. You need to do a better job of hydrating yourself. And that really freaked me out because I thought I had done well. I was drinking a ton, but obviously those of us who have educated ourselves know that having an ileostomy, it doesn't mean that you just drink and you're hydrated. So I wanted to do a couple things that I've found really helpful, but I am still learning. So if you have any suggestions that you think my viewers or I or you just want to share to the world should know, please post below and I will take it to heart, and I'm sure all of the people who see this will as well. I love the conversations that we have under my videos. I just feel like we're kind of a community supporting each other, I hope. So what I have found most useful is, first of all, looking at your output. If it's watery, something needs to change. It should be a thicker consistency. Obviously, it's not going to be formed, but it should be thick. I guess a good example of that is like really thick pancake batter mix. Sorry to be a little vivid, but that's probably the consistency you want it. So, judging by my output, I decide whether I'm doing a good job or not. Getting things in my stomach that will help absorb the water, because as people who don't have colons anymore, we have diverting ileostomies, or don't have any part of our intestine, we need to make sure that we have something in our digestion tract that absorbs water. So I always, first of all, take Imodium. I take 2 pills, depending on the day and what I eat, probably 2 to 3 times a day. And I take them about 30 minutes before a meal, which is generally what my doctors tell me to do. Then I always eat like some sort of like cracker or bread or cereal or bagel or anything that will sop up the water. Also, pasta is good, but one of the things that I have really found works, and if I really want to thicken up my output, this is my go-to: mashed potatoes, either sweet or just regular mashed potatoes. I prefer sweet. Something in them, I don't know if it's like the consistency, but it really thickens up your output. It also bulks it up a little bit, so my output is generally a little bit more than I'm used to, which can be frustrating to some people, but I just really like the idea that it's bulking up and it's absorbing, and that is wonderful. Also, hummus, any sort of like kind of like bean type, it can make you gassy, so I would take some simethicone with it if you get gas pains. But that also kind of soaks things up, bulks you up, and thickens. Also, there's another advantage to thick output, which is that you have less leaks, which is always a good thing. You also have less of a chance of having your output go back through your diverting ileostomy and going out your butt, which does happen. It happens to me once in a while. The doctors say it's totally normal. It just means that I need to thicken up my stool. So I just kind of wanted to put this out there because those are the tips that I really have. I mean, they're not much, but it it seems to work for me as long as I'm making a conscious decision to eat before I drink and to take my Imodium 30 minutes before I eat. Um, it is a little bit overwhelming because I feel kind of at a disadvantage where if I just drink water, it won't be absorbed very well. So if I must drink without eating, I always drink something like Gatorade, or V8 actually has a lot of great electrolytes in it. Milk has some electrolytes, but you do have to be kind of careful with that because if you have some sort of digestion issue, that can actually make it a little bit watery. Also, caffeine can make it a little bit watery, but I do both of those. I drink coffee on a daily basis and milk on a daily basis. But basically, anything that will have some sodium or potassium in it is, I don't know why I'm doing this, it's probably very distracting. Anything that has sodium or potassium, basically electrolytes, is good for hydration. It makes it a little bit easier to hydrate. It gets absorbed better. So I think that's all the tips I have. And if you have something that you were like, I can't believe you haven't figured this out yet, please post it below and enlighten me and probably a bunch of other people. So I hope this was helpful or kind of helped you set aside your anxiety and feel like you can at least take some proactive steps to help hydrate yourself. This is like the #1 anxiety stressor that I feel on a daily basis, having an ileostomy and not having a colon anymore. I know that it's super important to stay hydrated, just to always, have some crackers or something to sop it up. Imodium has been my best friend since surgery. And I think that's all I have for you. So I will talk to you guys soon. Hope you're all healthy. Bye.